No matter how frail I feel, how decrepit my surroundings, I can revert to nature, think of profound things, while in its embrace, witness life at a slower pace, how it was intended in my opinion. Currently we're racing towards oblivion, oblivious to nature's pleas. Coral reefs, rainforest trees, better where they are than jewellery or mahogany. I try my best to recycle, yet drive a car instead of cycle, walk. I have all the rhetoric, talk, we should do this, they should do that. This is the key. It means nothing unless I start with me. Need to play the part of the anti-shepherd, protecting the wolves, the snow leopard, impart education, create awareness, offer tangible alternatives, financial compensation. As they learn, natives will see for themselves the long-term gains of conservation, the real identity of any nation, the flora and fauna, the heart. In many places people have torn apart recklessly for financial gain. In other places people have done the same, but for primitive survival. The difference is epic. One a need, the other an epidemic. Greed, corporate, individual, taking more than we need, the residual falling into landfill for the next generation to sort through. Here son, look where I brought you. I helped build that mountain, but don't go drinking out that fountain, it's toxic, polluted. It will take nature 500 years to dilute it, more to break down that plastic. Nature will bounce back, nature's elastic. But what sort of mountains do we want to enjoy in the future? We need to find a soothing suture for the battle scars we've left. Fossil fuels diminished, precious metals bereft. Melting polar, flood water down every street. Need more solar, ground sourced heat. Lamborghini to go electric, make more eclectic choices. Hear the foreign voices as they protest. Realise in the Western world we're blessed with hindsight and resources. We've already polluted our water courses, deforested to create cities as we developed. Can see in Mexico how quickly nature enveloped the Incas, yet still we proceed with blinkers, almost challenging Mother Earth to fight back. It's written down in white and black, statistics, warnings from old. Still we go for the gold, the profit, definitions of fair trade that are off it, to use slang. But they make us Westerners feel more man, more equitable. Our choices are less contestable amongst our peers. When you're out drinking import beers with your cashews, made in China on your shoes, studying supporting those pictures from Peter, know you used about a litre of petrol to get where you're at, and that's if you walked from the flat. I'm not lecturing, couldn't try. I'm in the car driving by doing exactly the same. Only really feel the shame when pressed to think. Ironically after a good old drink, but that's the negative. I prefer to use nature as my sedative, so I'm going to stop this close to condescension chatter and try and follow David Attenborough. Illustrate the positive as eloquently as I can manage. Inspire people not to do damage rather than dictated decrees. It's always better to say please than you must. Plant an acorn against a steel girder, show the rust, steel, decay. Watch the acorn grow day on day until it's an oak. Watch it soak rainfall in like a sponge, gradually release. Watch the steel not crease or buckle to catch it. It's nature's design, we can't match it. Strength as spiders spin, fleas jump. Camels travel the desert, one hump, almost miraculous. Then there's the spectaculars. Algal blooms, fireflies in the darkest of dark. Ghoulish things when we embark on undersea odysseys. Each one an unresearched oddity. Where do they get their light for the lure? Do they hold the cancer cure? How many more species exist? Can we endanger the endangered list? We have to try. The lyrebird song could make you cry. In this world where there should be nature-humanity symmetry, when you hear its chainsaw mimicry, it cuts so deep. What if there were no birds when you wake up from sleep, no diversity? Species only studied in university or zoos. It's our choice. As individuals we choose how we want our world to be. I'm content laying under a handful of trees, watching how the leaves rustle in the breeze, how finches flit to one another, inches from my face. A squirrel looks for a hiding place for his quarry. Known traffic noise, exhaust fumes from a lorry. Nature's soundtrack, harmonious, laid back. As the world spins furiously, I don't get dizzy, just spuriously intoxicated. Stresses are placated, free to the ether. Can turn an atheist into a believer as nature grips me. Recharging it equips me with an altered perspective. Time to be self-reflective, ponderous. One of those mind wanderers that dreams of utopia and works towards it, but still watches Attenborough and still records it. afraid it may be the last sighting. I'll leave the last word to the lyrebird. I can't put chainsaw noises into writing.